Так, ну наконец-то. Ну-ка, что тут по звуку-то происходит? Е. Так, короче, вчера мы пропустили какой-то из роликов, и я покопался. И, короче говоря, у меня же установлено несколько версий игры. Надо бы их всех почикать оттуда. Короче говоря, в одной из версий попался ролик, который по-настоящему рабочий, и можно его, короче, показать. Так, смотри, вчера, когда мы достигли определенной уровней темности, вот, произошла такая штука. Сейчас покажу. Вот, смотри. Даже русские сабы есть, лол, хотя я ставил английскую версию. Ух, музыка.
It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it as if... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please. Let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
В конце мне все время кажется, что она говорит «Ну иди», вернее он. Ладно, продолжаем. Круто.
What is it?
Угу.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Ты кто?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up?
Слушай внимательно.
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deep to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war, and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scow like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
Ух, вот за такие вещи и любят Котор. Мощно. Сейчас будет еще мощнее.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Если ты думаешь, что я снова хотел увидеть твое лицо, ты ошибаешься.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Face the judgment. Так я уже сам пришел. Я уже face the judgment. Что мне сейчас-то делать? Короче, здесь есть две ветки. Первая это... Я не знаю, тут, короче, по-моему, единственная ветка, где нет строгого разделения на темную сторону и светлую сторону. Потому что либо ты говоришь «я был прав», либо ты говоришь «извини, я был не прав». И что-то и то нормально. Ну вот. Я не мог стоять спокойно и не мог позволить невинным умирать на внешнем
So
кольце.
you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
А еще помню, что ты хотела, чтобы меня вообще заключили под стражу, или еще хуже.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. So I would never forget.
Ты его сохранила? Ты его украла, в смысле?
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Чего? Оскорбить Орден? Да ты оскорбила меня тем, что ты его сейчас достала.
Still misunderstand its meaning while it is in my possession, and what it now represents. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
Я пошел защищать остальных, а не для битвы.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression.
Ща
That
приду.
is not the Jedi way.
Я тут. Так. А путь... Ага, а путь совета это встретить агрессию чем? Тем, что вы сдались?
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
В смысле you? Какой you? В смысле вы все или ты лично? Во-первых, я на тебя не оборачивался. А ты разве не хотела помогать невинным?
Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way.
Значит, ты была рада наблюдать, как внешний Рим умирает? Просто ради учений?
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
Ты что, читала историю для слепых? Реван выиграл войну.
Physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
Триумф пацифизма? Капитуляция?
Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss.
Тысячи бы уже... Короче, тысячи бы умерли. Ай, да пожалуйста. Ой, ради бога. Ну, кто хоть на шаг отступал, выходил из архивов джедаев, знает об этом.
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Осторожно. А, вот. Ты злишься. Это потому, что втайне ты хотела, чтобы у тебя хватило сил пойти за мной на войну.
What? What do you mean?
Ты слишком боялась, чтобы бросить вызов Совету, а хотела сражаться рядом со мной.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragas mining facility. The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragas facility. We're having some trouble with the navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there. A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that. So, at last you admit it. At least you have that much courage left. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? Without the fuel from Paragas, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime. The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragas. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here. Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall. We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation has changed. I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy. Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Why have you approached me? You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages. They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to. He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well. I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
Вот такой вот персонаж, это самая Атрис. Ну, лучше Эйтрис ее называть. Махаться я с ними не хочу и не буду. Можно с ними подраться, поучиться кое-чему, но я не хочу. Самомнение у Эйтрис просто, я не знаю, зашкаливает. Так и представляю себе, как к ней прилетает Дарт Сион, этот гнилой, встречается с настоящим джедаем, и она его тут же разрывает на куски. Прям я себе это представляю и начинаю ржать. Потому что ничего она Сиону не сделает никогда в жизни. А уж второму парню, который Нихилус, он же Нихилус, он же Найлус, она вообще ничего не сделает. Он к ней даже, она к нему даже близко не подберется. Так, сейф.
Did you find what you came for?
По идее, Бастила либо мертвая валяется, либо она вместе с Реваном, либо... Да, она вместе с Реваном. Если она темная, то она должна быть вместе с Реваном. Вроде бы как, я не помню. Или он ее там где-то оставил, а она где-то тут болтается.
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still. Ah, killing such a one could prove difficult and unwise. Yet she distracts you, that is clear, and that may be reason enough. Such distractions could prove fatal against the enemies we face. Direct action is not always the best way. It is a far greater victory to make another see through your eyes than to close theirs forever. Yet all that lives feels, and where something feels, there is weakness. Why you, of course. You are the gravity around which all her actions rotate. You exert a stronger influence than you know. Be her foil, her challenge, and eventually she will see things your way. Oh, yes. Natural leaders do such things to followers, whether they be simple criminals or old women such as myself. Very well, let us depart. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we? This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use. I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship. Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Ah, hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done? Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you? Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping. No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point. Ah, hey, don't mention it. It's my pleasure. What? Look, I'm fine, okay? I was just a little dizzy when I first woke up.
Ichani training.
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much. Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands. Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebon Hawk. Not so smug now, are you, you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
Ну чё, прощай, Тилос.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left? But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine saying? We seem to have found it.
А вот, собственно, и суд. Когда изгоняли изгнанника, собственно.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him.
he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me. And I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General?
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself. It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Да, триллион диалогов закончился. Короче, Т3 взял и спер записи из архивов. Между прочим, в этом самом сообщении, я имею в виду в записи, говорилось о том, что у Ревана был один учитель, и именно из-за нее он упал на темную сторону. И, короче говоря, ученики часто падали на темную сторону, но почему-то все были связаны именно с ней. Кто такая она? Ну, это очевидно Крея.
General, need something? Sorry. Yes, I can't get my head out of the past. I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war. Then you understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean? Mostly, I was angry. Angry about what I had done, about why I had done it. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself. It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with? If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with? I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one. I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky it was all I lost. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape. I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something? Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall. Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians, to send them back to wherever it was they came from. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt? It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me. Turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for? Yes, General?
Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well. Training is something reserved for certain caste members of the Echani, but I do not see the harm in instructing you in some basic principles. I do not understand how you and Atris fight, but I will instruct you on how Ichani children are raised on warfare. All Ichani fighting principles rely on foundations. If one does not understand the most basic of fighting moves, it is not possible to understand the higher tiers. It is similar to learning the alphabet of a language before being able to use words, then sentences. As a foundation, I will instruct you in our elementary movements. The body itself is the first weapon you must master. It is not something that can be described. Let us duel, you and I, and that shall teach you more than my words can. Use only your hands and feet to strike at me, nothing else, or our combat shall be over. Do not resort to using any items or any force techniques you may possess. Such things will obstruct learning. Very well. I shall match my movements to resist your efforts, and do not hold back, or I will hurt you. You fought well, but you announce your motions before attacking, sometimes quite loudly. Take as long as you need to recover, and if you wish, we shall fight again. Very well. As a foundation, it is not you. Very well.
Давай еще раз. А.
You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating my movements. I now have a favor to ask you. The weapon the Jedi use, the Force, I would like to know more about it. It is not something you can see or fight, yet the Jedi use it and struggle with it their entire lives. Please. I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. You deserve nothing, but you have earned such obedience, yes. They are tools, you are right. More than you know. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. A discussion, perhaps, for another time. Ask. Yes? Very well. Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a thing? Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving attached to such a tiny thing of light. For the male, it seems to have an inordinate importance. But we shall leave such male preoccupations for philosophers and cultural historians. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much less than they are. The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place. Very well. Ask.
О, сейчас будет крутая заставочка. Ты кто, джедай или ситх?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Вот это круто. А, и опять нет заставки, да? Я понял. Я понял. Короче, они сделали перевод на русский язык внизу и, короче, очень фигово кодировали в итоге. И получилось так, что, ну, нифига непонятно. Ладно, короче, я потом ее опять на следующем стриме отдельно покажу. Это крутая заставочка.
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all. No, she may have her uses. I will abide her presence, and so should you. Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Вот эту фразу, по-моему, я в цитаты ВКонтактике запихивал когда-то. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. Или не пихал я ее туда.
Good. That that is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time. Yes. Ask. There is no. But that. I know her as much as I know. I do. As I. But it. Then you. Yes.
По-моему, все, да. Да, все. Наболтался. Так, я здесь уже установил его, не помню. Нет.
Look, I know we've been through some rough times so far, but you need to stop letting it get to you. Well, the signs are starting to show. You don't look like you've slept in weeks, or a year. Something up?
Тут ничего. Остался Т3, и можно, в принципе, валить куда-нибудь. Не зря же я, блин, качал ему. Как там Ибн Хавк? Вроде все. Так, ладно, валим на Нар Шаада. Фух. Слушай, комментировать то, что сказано, я особо не хочу. Может, что-то непонятно, может, вопросы какие-то есть.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Нар Шаада, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Нар Шаада, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Нар Shada's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Нар Шаада orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years. Not everyone who came to Нар Шаада were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Нар Шаada at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers, so others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Нар Шаада. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in, or find you once you arrive. Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaada, finding anyone on the moon's surface is gonna be hard. We're gonna touch down in the refugee sector. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Вот сейчас музыка. Ух.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaada. While he walks upon the smuggler's moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once. Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be alright. I think. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the exchange or the Hutts might want a piece of. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. Then just being here should be enough. People in the refugee sector don't tend to ask too many questions. We should be safe enough. There should be a central trading hub up ahead. Their stock's probably not the best, but they may have some things worthwhile. Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the exchange, or someone willing to talk, none of which are too appealing. Bounty hunters in the exchange are going to want to shoot you, and someone who is willing to talk to anyone, which means trouble.
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi. The intentions of the thugs of this moon are of no consequence.
This bounty poses a threat to him. We do not need two beasts at our back when the Sith are enough.
If you are so certain of your path, then do what you will, servant of Atris. It makes no difference.
It's up to you. There's bound to be someone in the sector willing to spill their guts for a credit or two.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! The problem is, you are on my landing pad. I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it? Yeah? Right now, all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering? Done! Pleasure doing business with you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
I'm here.
Just say the word.
What's going on? Yeah?
I hear you.
Yeah?
О, темный Т3, лол. Так, я по АФКшу 5 минут, чаек себе сделаю. Музыку пока послушай. И напиши вопросы, если есть. Так, я тут. А кто-нибудь еще тут? М?
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Whatever you're...
Spare a few credits, friend. All right. No, should I? He doesn't sound like a hut. What is he about? Jedi Master? There aren't any Jedi Masters in the galaxy, let alone on Nar Shaada. This place is a cesspit, with the Exchange and the Hutt stabbing their claws into everything. But, you know, I did hear something about a bounty on Jedi, though. Something the Exchange posted. Doesn't matter, though. Aren't I?
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need?
Forgive me, stranger, please. I beg you, do not kill me.
Why did you do such a thing? Giving in to your feelings over such a small matter. They would be better served elsewhere. And what would you rather do? The Force binds all things. The smallest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. These acts of cruelty may have more severe repercussions than you know, or can see. Cruelty leads to suffering, and when one suffers, it is the way of life to spread suffering. The suffering within builds until its sound is all one hears, and when a kindness is offered, it is punished. And a greater darkness is served. From one act can come tremendous power when the echo has traveled as far as it can. Send a great echo, and power will come to you. The day shall come when you can test your strength, I promise you.
And what did he want?
Just answers to some questions. Asked about a Jedi Master of all things.
Really? Interesting.
Чё-то у нас в чате тишина и везде тишина. Подозрительно.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. No, I don't think so. You and me, we got some business to settle. We'll see about that. Watch yourself. Nar Shaada can be a rough place.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaada, the true Nar Shaada that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. I'm surprised you can feel it. I fear the damage to you had deadened you to such perceptions. What you feel is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force. Their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life. One might as well move the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. For as long as it lasts, like life, such waking moments within the Force are rare, waiting for the right moment when the critical point is struck and the sound rises. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment for as long as it will last.
I'm here.
Please, look. Are you crazy? It's your life.
That was generous of you. I do not know if Atris would have been so kind. She has taught that you do not help others by giving them what they can achieve themselves. I will be mindful of what you have said. It is not a lesson we were exposed to on Telos.
Doing all right. Yeah, what?
Nishasa. Sardachon. Nishasa.
Please.
Are you?
That was generous. I'm here.
I don't know who.
So, you... You know...
Taraccio, punta dovrei...
I have put go in that go.
Tonino ba... Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta bosanan hansata. Kawana. Kawana bota.
Чё-то здесь как-то тихо в чатике. И есть кто дома? Так, что-то рассказать тебе, а то что-то тебя давно не было. Сейчас, кстати, Визас встретим. Норм так. Ну, побегал по Нар Шаада, поделал квестики. Бегаем по Нар Шаада. В данный момент я хочу приобрести себе световой меч и, короче, делаю самый быстрый способ, чтобы его получить. Есть одна хитрость. Ты кто? Вот как раз Тёхана из ролика пришла за мной. У нее световой меч, а у меня ничего. Я понял. Короче, надо делать так, так, так. Так, ладно, оставлю. А, ну все, в принципе.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Pledge yourself to me?
I have nothing.
Ну, короче, да. Пришла ассасинша и огребла от меня. Сказала, ты слишком сильный.
Now I've seen everything.
Ладно.
Well,
А это до сих пор в костюме в этом.
She is a threat to us. I am not asking that she be harmed or interrogated, but she is of the Sith, and she has attacked us once.
Net Dark Side Shift. Так, Lightsaber Focusing Lens. Вот сейчас пойду к Баудуру и спрошу, это вообще все запчасти или нет. Если все, то я рад, и я буду бегать со световухой, по крайней мере. Да.
Yes, General? Let me see what you have. That's everything.
А,
Now
есть.
all you need is a little quiet time with the workbench.
Ну, one-handed, и пускай это будет... А, это не важно, он рандомный мне дается, да? О, зелененький. Апгрейд. Что-то есть у меня, а у меня нет ни хрена. Но, кстати, я могу что-то создать. Лайтсейбер, так. Криты не нужны, вот, Energy нормально, кстати. Фига себе, он мне режет защиту. О, хорошая штука. Но только стоит она. Вот такую можно штуку. Блин, но она опять... Вот такая штука нужна. А эмиттер какой? Что-то странная штука. Ну, только если вот это вот создать штуку. Плюс 2 к дефлекту и... Так, View Breakdown. Сейчас. Все, этого хватит, в принципе. Адыган. Вот, в принципе, и все. Но теперь она хотя бы хоть как-то бьет. Так, собственно, вот так и вот так, наверное.
Yes.
Так, господи, переоденься, вот так сделаю. Так, 19-й деф, 16-й, 21-й, 22-й, 24-й, воу. Но она не смотрится в этой штуке. Не, я ей просто вот так сделаю и все. Ладно, пока будем так. Так. Вон я какой серый практически стал. Так, какие мы здесь квесты не выполнили? В принципе, можно сразу идти в доки и там доделывать все, что не доделал. О, кстати, вот. Но это будет легко. Ладно, я тут не буду ничего читать, это дико скучно. Борна. Там. Короче, здесь читеры, эти самые гонщики, они запускают дроида, который водит тачку круче всех, и более того, они еще и запускают какой-то... Блин, не помню. Короче говоря, они еще запускают в обратную сторону летящие кары, и это совсем жесть. For oddities. Как-то так. I am taking over your business называется. Все, нафиг отсюда, валим. Так, теперь там будет еще один... одна комнатка там будет, я помню. Где можно и огрести, и, в принципе, раздать люлей. Так, у Антона у нас офигеть как подросла скрытая атака. Если я буду сейчас дизейблить всех подряд, то это мне сыграет на руку. Грачи и убачи. Вот что я слышу. Ясно, ясно, ясно. Ругаются, ругаются. Нифига они раздали. Вот что называется служанка, блин, и Антон со скрытой атакой под дизейблом. Что происходит просто? Ну и у меня легкий уровень сложности. Ладно, ладно, я читер. Я не хочу заморачиваться просто. И то заморачиваюсь. Так, я в доке, короче говоря, там что-нибудь поделаю. Так, у нас тут, по-моему, 3 квеста. Да, в доках 3 квеста. Потом в секторе беженцев, ну, еще несколько квестов. Причем делаются они там, ох, красиво. Там надо с Креей ходить, точно. Ясно, короче, тут... Во, вот это крутота. Так, где брать квесты? Там я уже брал. Мандалорцы. Этот квест нет смысла брать. Найдите нашего капитана, он свалил. Найдите его в Джек-Джек-Таре. Ну, короче, я просто хотел сделать некоторые квесты и поднять влияние на некоторых персонажей. Например, поднять влияние на служанку и на Баудура, а на остальных можно, в принципе, поднимать влияние и через темную сторону или через просто разговор. Ладно, я сейчас не буду ничего это делать. Короче, он подозревает, что кто-то нас здесь подслушивает, и надо бы посмотреть на это. К сожалению, я сейчас не смогу не смогу посмотреть влияние. Слушай, влияние не пишется, по-моему, даже в оригинальном втором Neverwinter. Пишется, по-моему, только в аддоне, который маска. Вот там, по-моему, пишется влияние, прям цифра на окне персонажа. А здесь, по-моему, ну, в оригинале Neverwinter такого точно не было. Вот, а здесь...
Looks more like one of the Sith to me. Hanhar. I thought I smelled something.
I've told you before, hunt your own targets. Don't scavenge mine.
Но у меня адская харизма, она там под +3 модификатор, еще я на +2 надел, на +1 еще надел, поэтому каждый раз, когда я что-то делаю и это нравится служанке, это должно повышать ей больше влияния на меня. Но я в этом не уверен. Не-не-не-не, была цифра, была, я помню. Так, значит, здесь мы делаем так, так и так. Рид не надо. Так, по-моему, вот так, вот так, вот так. Нет, не так. Вот так, вот так, вот так. Нет. А как же? А, вот так, вот так. Да блин. Assign. Вот так, вот так, вот так. Правильно? Да, так. Чисто на память. Внезапно хоба, и на меня нападает дроид. Давай, Антошка. В маске что прикольно, если ты там если ты там набираешь достаточное количество влияния, то у тебя кое-какие скиллы прибавляются пассивные, причем очень крутые. Если ты у Софии прибавляешь влияние, то там для магов, причем, ну, для самой Софии, да, для самой Софии там добавляется такой интересный скилл. Короче, ты можешь... помнишь, короче, мета-магия, там есть то ли ускоренные, то ли усиленные заклинания. Обычно они на 2 ранга, типа, уменьшаются. А тут они начинают уменьшаться всего на 1 ранг, и это круто. Просто за счет того, что ты на нее поднял влияние. Ага. Так, отлично. Хоба. Дроид на него напал. И на меня там тоже дроид напал. Кто-то не хочет, чтобы мы поняли, что их подслушивают. Да вот, пожалуйста. Так, в доках я закончил. Теперь идем в сектор беженцев. А там будет же скач. Туда надо идти только с Креей и больше вообще ни с кем. Потому что там мы темнить будем по-жесткому. Так, я же еще не поиграл в Пазаак со всеми этими. Там, вернее, не играть надо, там просто надо... Короче, там не надо играть, вот что можно сказать. Если что-то и надо, то явно не играть. Так, я сначала в позаак тогда, а потом все остальное. Блин, я до сих пор помню чокнутый перевод. Чокнутый перевод, мой первый, который я играл, там была эта локация, вот здесь написано Entertainment Promenade. У меня было написано в переводе прогулка развлечения. Это было всегда весело. Он тупо свалился. Так, здесь мне больше ничего и не надо. Тогда мы идем туда. Не надо мне этого.
Yeah? Yeah?
Thank you for repairing me. I feel ever so much better now.
Manan. Joanna.
Темнили. Сейчас будет. Хоба, пусто. А на самом деле он вот тут. Мышонок. Ясно. Написано keep quiet about this place. Я до сих пор помню мой чокнутый перевод. Знаешь, что было написано? Сохраняйте спокойствие об этом месте. Вот это было круто. Так, сектор беженцев туда. Вернее. Ну да, сектор беженцев. Так, только Крея, только Крея. Значит, выкидываем всех из пати. Эти ребятки мне там не нужны. Только Крея.
Yes.
Ох, я сейчас там натемню. Зацени, что здесь можно вытворять. Сейчас. Официально перевода даже на первый Котор нет. Да, я играю с переводом, но он не официальный, это фанаты сделали. Второй перевод еще все хуже. Там тоже есть какой-то перевод, и он тоже какой-то корявый. Там есть несколько версий. Один от Сержанта, но Сержант известный такой чувак с ником Сержант, который переводы делал, и для первого тоже Котора. Так, вот, пожалуйста, Гериэль говорит. Я заразный. Убей себя, чтобы спасти других.
Well executed. You have created an echo, something that will travel for some time. You are learning much. Do not mistake my tone. I was not faulting your choice. Far from it. I respect it. There are many who never learned such strength.
О как. Но это не единственная темная фигня, которую здесь надо натворить. Сейчас я тут... Но здесь на самом деле очень красиво в этом плане. Сейчас, но тут темная сторона прям обыгрывает себя там красками, миллионами красок. Ладно. Черт. Ладно, узнали кое-что про Тона. Одис.
Hey.
Это ничего такого. Это тоже ничего такого, хоть я и денег с нее потребовал. Вот, так, теперь Хасов. Короче говоря, если с Хасовом... короче, вот стоит Хасов. Сейчас я сделаю так. Вот Хасов. Присматриваю.
You've got the Serico refugees over on the skyward side. They're veterans from the Serico campaign and don't take kind to strangers. And on the inner side, you've got the Overseer and his exchange. They've been pushing us refugees pretty hard lately.
Чем помочь?
Either the exchange or the Serico to give us more space. That would really help a lot. Thanks.
Так.
Another refugee? I'm sad to see another join our ranks. I lost my husband Lutra long ago in the Jedi Civil War. When Telos was bombarded by the Sith, some of us were able to escape on in-system shuttles. We floated in orbit for weeks before we were picked up by Republic capital ships. I think the Sith wanted witnesses to what happened to Telos, and I've been drifting from planet to planet ever since, only to end up here with nowhere left to go.
Пока ничего я здесь не сделаю. Там какая-то другая диалоговая строчка. По-моему, это делается через Лутру, а не через через Аиду. Так, во, поехали.
Are you one of Sakwesh's men? Did you take my daughter?
Так, тихо. Что случилось?
Overseer, Sakwesh. He took my daughter to sell to the Hutts, all because I told him I could not pay his tribute.
Признавая себя слабой, ты оставляешь себя... короче... Я русский язык забыл. Vulnerable. Не насмехайся надо мной. Не мои проблемы. Так. Это делается не так. Короче, надо сначала поговорить с Саквишем, с этим кальмаром, короче. Так, с Лутрой тоже как-то по-другому надо решать. Ладно, сейчас разберемся. Там у нас Серуко, лучше туда не лезть. Сейчас я сначала... Да, я сначала иду к Саквишу, к этому кальмару, короче. Потом там появляются строчки. И эти самые строчки мне позволят поговорить и с, наверное, с Аидой, и с, как ее, Наадой. Господи, я запутался в их именах уже. По идее, за это должны даже дать очень много таких очков. Ну, темных. Circus Tag. Так, а туда нельзя, да? Я хочу поговорить с лидером. Так, ладно, я здесь их не трогаю.
Yeah? We can hold our own again. You're not...
Так нечестно, секунду. Не-не-не-не-не, я не так хочу сделать, вообще не так. Не, я не хочу на него нападать, не в этом вся фишка. Так, я обойду его. Я же смогу его обойти? Если нет, я тогда обойду с другой стороны этого сектора вообще. Потому что там есть обход, точно. Да, все нормально. Я его вот так обойду, так проще будет. Так и быстрее будет. Слишком это по-светлому все его сразу убивать и все. Можно их друг на друга натравить, тут тоже есть варианты. Ну, короче, есть такой здесь вариант вырубить тут всех, просто всех подряд. Но он типа скучный. Я так все время делаю, и это больше похоже на такого chaotic good, короче говоря. Когда ты типа всех вырезал, и всем от этого хорошо, потому что у refugees стало больше места. А как бы не в этом моя задумка прям вообще. Вот сейчас начнутся вроде головорезы обменника. А, сейчас еще один сектор. Вон эти ребята. Туда я заходить не буду, я сразу пойду говорить с боссом. Так, ну-ка, что здесь можно сделать? Адана. Почему ты ее задерживаешь? Так. About Adana. Так, здесь я все сделал. По поводу лутры. Ну, вроде тут я что-то наделал, но, блин, я не уверен, что все так. А вот теперь я могу сделать так. Не получилось вроде им соврать на эту тему. Нет, сюда мне не надо. Сложненько. Я возвращаюсь, посмотрю, что изменилось. По-моему, я сделал мне все. Ну вот Аида, ладно, фиг с ней. Так, это не то. Блин, потерял эту. Где она есть-то? Вот там она. Нет, не там. Да где-то есть-то. Получается, что вот там. Ага. Или чё, все, она свалила, типа, больше помощь не нужна? Я что-то не вполне понял, как это работает. Где сама эта... Так, хорошо. А есть completed quests? Вообще, по идее, должны быть. Ладно, сейчас. Ну, я торможу. Наверняка я что-то делаю не так. Нет, это просто эти самые. Ладно, я еще раз попробую поболтать с этой.
Back again.
Ничего я не делаю здесь. Так.
Look how grim our situation is.
Вот так.
Another refugee, old Gariel, died.
А где надо?
Poor woman. After she heard her daughter had been sold, she went insane. No one's seen her since.
Вот. Вы все обречены. Сдавайтесь обмену.
Well executed. You have created an echo, something that will travel for some time. You are learning much.
Вот что я хотел. В принципе, все, пора валить. Я выбрал, по-моему, самый долгий путь. Ну ладно, фиг с ним. Все, что надо, я сделал. Натемнил как надо. Сейчас должна активироваться цепочка квестов, и погнали. Ага.
Let's see.
Ага,
Bricks
есть.
Spice out to Elysia, then with a turnaround. No, that won't work. Come act here so soon? I wasn't expecting you for. Well, not now. Anyway. Yeah.
Когда мы приземлились на Нар Шаада, Энтон сказал, что он забыл сказать, что мы приземляемся. Потом пришел тайдарианец и сказал: это место занято. Я дал ему денег, он такой: ладно, не занято. А вот и пришли те, чье здесь было место на самом деле. Это наше место, бла-бла-бла. Так, секунду, я меняю пати, а то сейчас я сразу немножко помру. Полетайте, пацаны, пока что. Так, а вот хпшку я бы восстановил на самом-то деле.
I'm here.
Just say the word.
Ладно, хватит мне этого.
More where that
Вот что Аттон творит скрытой атакой просто. Вот что он вытворяет.
I shall honor them with battle.
I hear you. More where that came from.
А вот этот чувак подходил посреди Нар Шаада и сказал, что это его корабль. Он пришел забирать корабль, а тут внезапно Red Eclipse. Они его грохнули. Нашли, блин, проблему. 3 хп у босса снес скрытой атакой. Норм, чё? Диалоги. Ладно, они играют в пазак, и Антон ему не верит. О, лол.
Don't you ever give it a rest? Fine, don't mind me. I just need to get some stuff from the cargo hold.
You know the first tier of styles, but you're holding back because I am unarmed. Tell me where you were trained.
What can I say? I'm a quick study.
You lie. Few know the Echani styles by reflex.
Oh yeah? Guess you saw a lot of the world while you were freezing your cargo hold off in the Ice Academy. Didn't you, sister? Next time I walk in here, I'm carrying a blaster. Oh yeah, one other thing. Don't think I haven't noticed the way you've been sparring with our ex-Jedi friend. This isn't some pleasure yacht. So if I did know all the Echani movements, I might know more than just the first tier, including the etiquette rituals. So keep your hands where I can see them.
Fool.
Shut up.
Во как они друг друга очень сильно любят. Так, нет, здесь мне больше ничего не надо. Возвращаемся обратно. Все равно я там один.
We just got this message on the comlink. Looks like trouble. I think this is something everyone will want to hear. The droid's the one who picked up the message. He's got it all ready to display. Well, good thing it's not a trap.
What are you talking about? It's obviously a trap.
Could you please lighten up for 1 second?
It may be a trap, but traps work both ways. This Visquis is kinda spread through the lower reaches of Nar Shaada, and he may have information. But the choice is yours. If you go, you will have to go alone.
Well, I wouldn't keep him waiting. If you got his attention, you probably attracted the attention of someone else.
Угу. Короче, смысл прохождения Нар Шаада в том, чтобы натворить каких-нибудь делов, после чего активируется квест, когда ко мне подойдет этот самый Висквис и скажет: «Эй, давай поболтаем, джедай. Я слышал, ты тут вытворяешь всякую дичь». Вот, но вот только это жук хитрый. Я бы даже сказал жук-кальмар.
Hey, look. I won't... Look. And... What? And I...
Ханхар знает, где джедай, которого ты ищешь. И зачем ты мне хочешь помогать? Ты джедай. Ты бродишь по галактике один, изгнанный. И как Ханхар, джедай хочет найти Гота. И спросить Гота, почему он столько кредитов дал, чтобы тебя поймали. Вискис хочет продать тебе Гота, так что это способ попасть к Гота. Он отправил сообщение всем на общий, короче, в общий чат написал. Говорит то, что могут быть... Может быть проблема именно с моими напарниками.
So, I don't think I caught your names. You two work here? Or... Yeah? No, I'm here protecting someone, keeping them out of trouble by acting as a distraction for people looking to harm him. Why don't you two shut us try it and we'll see.
Ну чё? О, так ты достаешь. Ну, в принципе, все. Можно так и стоять, лол. Когда-нибудь у нее кончится эта штука. Щиток, я имею в виду. Есть, конечно, еще вариант. Попробовать. Но это ионы. Так. О, Unstoppable. Unstoppable это хорошо. Соником будем бить, это круче.
Everyone down. More where that came from.
А вот этому бластеру по барабану на ее щит. Он пробивает его.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Если я второй возьму звуковой, что будет? О, еще круче, что ли?
More where that came from. Well, that's it. The bounty hunter truce is off. That means this place is gonna get real bad, real fast. I better get back to the ship. Warn the others.
Мысли вслух.
I don't know why a Jedi would come here. There's so much noise on this moon.
Of course, it makes detecting a Jedi difficult.
But to be in a place where one drowns in the Force, why would a Jedi wish that?
A simple question, to which I ask another. Why should a Jedi want to hide?
Hey, we need to move out.
What are you talking about? What is wrong?
The truce between the bounty hunters and Nar Shaada is off. There's gonna be a war. A trap in the Jek Tar is bad enough, but having 100 bounty hunters on your back is something else.
He was told to meet alone. We cannot disrupt their meeting until the alien reveals the information he has.
Look, we need to move. They're coming after us, not the exile.
If they are coming after us, then they will be after him as well. We need to go rescue him.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm guessing we're in a lot more trouble than he is. Anybody here catch that? All I understood was very.
I think he wanted us to give up the general to his poorly trained collection of bounty hunters.
Ah, well, that would explain it. Which one do you want?
I'll take the stupid one, who decided to threaten us rather than shoot us when he had the chance.
Lol.
No, you don't, Hanhar. I was saving the start for you, Hanhar, but right now, I need one less Jedi running around. Good thing I upped the dosage enough to take down a Ronto.
Пришла охотница, долбанула меня дротиком, я уснул, нормально. Сперла мой костюм, который еще был на этом, на Пирагусе. И пошла. Да, и этот диалог, что самое интересное, нельзя пропустить. Так что очень клево звучит, как они... Класс просто. Да, ну спасибо, хоть так. А, ну да, не в ту сторону. Здесь можно выполнить квест по поводу этого парня, как его там, Red Eclipse. Вон он. все, сделал квест. Валим отсюда. Бар Джек Джектар очень токсичен для людей. Короче, здесь могут жить только те особи, которые не дышат таким же способом, как мы. Поэтому Мира пришла вот в таком интересном костюмчике.
Good eyes, Hanhar. No wonder you're still number 2 on Nar Shaada. Yeah, and maybe you'd like to explain why you've decided to backstab Goto and claim a Jedi for yourself. You signed on with Boga the Hutt? Visquis, you're dumber than I thought. There's no way Goto won't find out.
Короче, спелся с каким-то хаттом и решил снести другого криминального босса, который рулит на Нар Шаада, этого Гото. Но вряд ли у него это получится.
I know you can hear me. The numbness you feel should be wearing off soon, but not before we've spoken. When I first heard you were on Nar Shaada, I didn't quite believe it. I didn't think anyone could track me here. But I see, I underestimated you. I've watched you as you have traveled the refugee sector. I've seen what you have done, what I refused to do. Even exiled, you are more a Jedi than I. If anything, know that your actions have convinced me I can stand by and watch no longer while the exchange closes its grip on this sector. I know a young woman went to meet with Visquis in your place. He will not negotiate with her. He will kill her. I intend to rescue her. I will return shortly, or not at all. If you have come to this moon for answers, or for revenge, then you will follow me. For if I fail, then you will be denied both.
Нормуль. Кстати, вон тот кабинетик маленький, это была нычка Миры как раз. А, так, вот секунду, что я могу здесь сделать?
Any chance you... I think you're right. Without her, there's nowhere I really have left to go. It's strange. I'll remember.
Я понял, но это, конечно, надо скорее сделать, потому что она еще и прибавит мне влияние. Так. Что-то чатик тихий какой-то. Есть кто дома? Как надо не так делать. Заново бежать туда. Не, есть вариант вот так вот сделать.
What on the...
Все, на этом я все.